Welcome to the All-in-One channel. I'm Kelley Rosano, and this is Taurus, July 2012. Taurus, we start off the month with the Sun in Cancer. And this activates the area of your life that has to do with your attitude, your perception, your intellect, short distance travel, any travel within a 100-mile radius, communication, letters, writing, speaking, teaching, communicating on the internet, the community, siblings, your car. And then on July 3rd, Mars, the planet of action and drive in life, moves into Libra. And this activates the area of your life that has to do with your work habits, your health habits, your diet, your psychological diet, how you feed yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, your lifestyle. This is an area that's going to be highly activated now with Mars in Libra. Now, Mars is not happy in Libra because Mars is the ruler of Aries. And Mars is single-pointed, single-focused. Mars, like Aries, is about the I am, the individual, what I can accomplish, what I can get done. It's the warrior going out to make things happen, to conquer the world. When you put Mars in Libra, which is the we sign, it can frustrate Mars a bit. Although I think we'll feel some relief because Mars has been in Virgo for 8 months now. So having Mars move on can be a good thing. However, Mars is going to activate the Pluto-Uranus square, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Also on July 3rd, we have the Capricorn full moon, and this activates the area of your life that has to do with what you believe. It has to do with your spirituality. It has to do with higher education. Are you in school? Are you thinking of going back to school? Are you thinking of going abroad? It has to do with long distance travel. So Sun in Cancer is activating the area of your life that has to do with short distance travel and speaking, writing, teaching. The full moon in Capricorn is activating you being the teacher, or you going back to school, or you traveling abroad. So you're looking at your beliefs now, you're looking at your perceptions, you're looking at what you've been thinking about. This full moon in Capricorn, Sun opposed Moon, cuddly Sun in Cancer, opposing tough Moon in Capricorn, is being squared by revolutionary Uranus and evolutionary Pluto. Those of us that have planets, points, and houses from 5 to 12 degrees, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, are going to feel this energy greatly. And this is activating us first 3 weeks of July. End of June, first 3 weeks of July. We are at the crest of an evolutionary tidal wave that has been building for years. This is the first Pluto-Uranus square that took place on June 24th, and there's going to be 7 exact squares from now until 2015, changing the world and our personal lives forever. The Sun, that when it entered Cancer, kicked it off. And see, when a planet goes by and touches it, it can either form into the square itself or now make a T-square. And so the full moon is sitting next to Pluto, squaring Uranus. And Mars is in Libra, so it's kind of a grand square. So that's 4 squares. So you may be feeling really pulled in many directions now. And this is activating your unconscious, that which has been hidden. So whatever you've been frustrated with or tolerating, this could activate you. And Taurus, you're very powerful. You're a bull. And you're probably the most patient sign of all signs. However, you know, when the bull sees red, that bull charges. And our job is to get out of the way. Because when there's a charging bull, whew, look out, everybody. So you may have had it during this time period, this first 3 weeks of July or the end of June, where you're just not going to take it anymore. And this could be coming from people from work, it could be coming from siblings, it can come from personal relationships, but you know, mainly coming through people at work, people you're working with, that they're not pulling their weight, or they're not in their integrity, they're not doing what they say they're going to do. And, you know, so remember, energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. So what's building, you want to find a release. And my favorite is walking, just brisk walking, jogging if you like to jog, biking if you like to bike, or if you like athletic equipment, it's great to get on the machines and just push that energy out. And then you're being productive, you're burning calories, you're raising your metabolism, you're increasing your endorphins, your serotonin, you feel better, then you could come back to the table, refreshed, energized, and conquer the world. So this is a very intense cycle. Everything must change. Everything must evolve or dissolve. What is not built on love and truth will dissolve. So if you've been tolerating things, you know, you have Uranus in the 12th, putting up with things, and they're brewing and brewing, this could be the trigger point that just takes the lid off of things. So are you ready to make real changes? Do you trust yourself? Your gut instincts, your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner being. Trust your inner being. Trust your inner knowing. Uranus is pushing us for driving for freedom and innovation and reform, propelling us out of our cultural conditioning. We are to make a giant leap forward into the future. Pluto is showing us what's been hidden or denied. And it's happening in the area of your life that has to do with what you believe. So maybe you've been carrying some false beliefs. Maybe you're looking at your beliefs and you're getting insight now and you're going, you know what? I don't believe that anymore. You know, I'm evolving. I believe this now. Okay? Pluto forces us to face our shadow side. We all have a shadow side, all of us. And so Pluto teaches us about power, teaches us how we get power, how we use power, or maybe how we give our power away. And that could be frustrating you too at this time, is have you been giving power away? Have you been doing all the work in the relationships? Have you been tolerating things that you just don't want to tolerate anymore? Historically, Pluto and Uranus greatly accelerate social and technological advancements. And this is activating the part of your life that has to do with your subconscious mind, how you sabotage yourself, how you hold yourself back, the area of secrets. So what secrets have you been keeping? What are you holding on to that's frustrating you, that's not allowing you to reach your fullest potential? Are there false ideas or perceptions or beliefs that you're carrying that no longer serve your personal evolution? Uranus turns retrograde on July 13th through December 13th, forcing us to look at what has been keeping us enslaved. Uranus rules freedom. Where do you need more freedom, Taurus? Now Mercury the Messenger turns retrograde at 13 degrees Leo from July 14th through August 8th, helping us discern, are we living from our ego or are we living from our heart? Essence. Leo rules the heart. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, calling us to be courageous and creative. Mercury retrograde is a good time to double-check facts, make revisions and reconsiderations. Take your time when you're making important decisions. Mercury is retrograding in the area of your life that has to do with your personal foundation, your home. So if you're buying property right now, make sure you read all the fine print. Make sure you are looking at everything. Double inspect the property. If you're selling, that's okay. Okay, it's not as important when you're selling as when you're buying under a Mercury retrograde. So you're looking at your personal relationships now. You're looking at your family. You're looking at who's living with you. You're looking at who you want to live with. And so this is a good time to reconsider things from July 14th through August 8th. We are riding the wave of change, the tidal wave of changes. The Cancer new moon on July 19th activates Mars at 8 degrees Libra, opposing Uranus and squaring Pluto. This is so intense. And this has to do with your health and your work habits. So make sure you're looking at that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're looking at your lifestyle. What changes can you make to improve your health or your work habits? Mars and Pluto are passion and willpower. Mars is our personal desire. Pluto is divine will. Mars opposed Uranus is the drive for freedom, but it also invokes rashness. We can be too impulsive now and intolerant. Mars square Pluto is reform, but also ruthlessness and domination and violence, including language. Violence is anything that causes separation. What we think and say can either wound or heal. We either come from love or fear. And people can use their words to hurt us and wound us. And that's violence. And Pluto, Mars can invoke this. So be aware, at this new moon in cuddly Cancer can be a very problematic time, very intense time, because those that are still asleep can be very negative, or those that are very negative can be even more negative with this energy. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. That's Einstein. And those that don't study astrology don't understand what's happening, and they just react. Now Saturn is in Libra and squaring the Cancer new moon. And this is calling us to make changes through peaceful means, practicing nonviolence. Saturn wants us to be mindful of our thoughts, our words, and deeds. So Saturn is squaring the Cancer new moon, really, and it's good, holding the energy there in limitation so that we don't act out in this very potentially violent Pluto-Mars-Uranus T-square. Pluto is opposing Uranus and both are squaring Mars. And anything that's been pent up inside of you, Taurus, could be activated at this time. So with the Cancer new moon happening in the area of your mind and your intellect, how you think and communicate, how you talk to yourself, your attitude, your perception, how you communicate, it's very important that you're taking care of your needs. What do you need to feel safe, secure, and balanced? We act out in negative ways through ignorance and exhaustion. Many folks are deeply asleep, and they are not aware of the enormous changes taking place through these transits, through the Venus transit. Prime Creator are using the new moon and the full moon and these transits to pour divine Goddess Love Light energy into us, accelerating us, cleansing us. And this is causing some bizarre behavior with people, with self and others. So it's very important that you're practicing extreme self-care, taking care of yourself. Practice boundaries. Don't allow people in your space if they're acting out in bizarre ways or negative ways. And don't engage them. Negativity, acting, so if someone hits us with negative energy and we retaliate with negative energy, this only creates more negative energy. It's best just to not engage those that are acting out in negative ways or violent ways or bizarre ways. Just set your boundaries and focus on what you can do. The good news is, on July 21st, there's an enthusiastic Jupiter-Uranus sextile, which bubbles with brightness and ignites originality and original thinking, original perspectives. And this is happening in the area of your life that has to do with your finances, how you make money, your talents, gifts, and abilities. So you are going to be, by the third week, you'll be getting some good information, some good insight, some good understanding as to where to focus your energy so that you can be most productive. Then the sun enters expressive Leo the Lion on July 22nd, encouraging playfulness and creative self-expression. Leo rules the part of your life that has to do with your home, where you live, your family, who you live with. So this will be fun. You'll be having more fun at home. And that's a good place to be. You know, we can shut out the crazies in the world, create our sacred space, and play, have fun, be joyful, be light. July is going to be an intense month. We are being pulled into the future. Let go of what no longer serves you. And remember, every adversity, every setback, every handicap carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. Look for the value and benefits in your life. Focus on what you can do and release what you have no control over. Responsibility is the ability to respond. Be proactive and remain positive in your words, in your actions, being loving with yourself. Your future is very bright. Thank you for watching, Taurus. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. Thank you for your comments, your letters, and feedback. When you feedback on YouTube, it also gives others a chance to respond. We have so much wisdom and life experience and knowledge to share. So I really appreciate when you feedback on YouTube, because it gives others who are also so knowledgeable and have so much to share a chance to comment. I don't always get a chance to comment. And so it's wonderful when you feedback right on YouTube. Thank you to all my clients. You're totally awesome. If you would like to work with me, Taurus, and have me take a detailed look at your transits, your personal astrology, and or you're interested in coaching, the link is below. It's very easy. You go to my PayPal page, you choose the length of the session you want. Once I see you've made that commitment, I send you my schedule. You choose the day and the time that you want, and we're off and running, rocking and rolling. So until next time, Taurus, keep looking up.